Hey guys, it's Sam and this is my July book haul. I feel like this book haul is slightly more contained than it was last month because last month had more like BEA type stuff, so thankfully this month I didn't bring in a ton. Let's get into it. The first book is Storm of Locusts by Rebecca Roanhorse. This was actually given to me by Sam from Will Read for Booze. She went to ALA and she picked this up for me because I love this series so much. So this is the second book in the series. I really enjoyed the first book, which is Trail of Lightning. This is an adult urban fantasy series that is set in a post-apocalyptic world where the Navajo kind of wall themselves off magically, and their magics and their gods and everything is real and amplified again, and so all of the inspiration for all of the fantasy elements is Navajo folklore and mythology, and it's so good. Then I got an unexpected read, and that is Emergency Contact by Mary H.K. Choi. This was sent to me by Simon & Schuster, and I've been interested in her book since I listened to her speak at YALLFest last year. Her first book was Emergency Contact, and I have not picked that one up yet, but this I'm intrigued by since it ended up on my doorstep. This is set in more of like the new adult age range, so this follows two characters that are in early college. The guy is an NYU dropout and the girl is apparently a pop star. They meet in a bodega in like the middle of the night and everything kind of goes from there. So I'm intrigued by this because I really enjoyed her talking about her writing and her books and stuff, and I've heard that her first book is kind of like more bittersweet contemporary romance, so I feel like I might enjoy this. I'm gonna give it a try. I'm gonna keep it on my shelf for about 6 months, and if I don't pick it up then I might just unhaul it just because I'm not always wanting to read contemporary and I don't want to necessarily impact my TBR in that way, but I think this showed up on my doorstep for a reason around a time when I'm kind of more open to romance books. Then Tor sent me an arc of The Name of All Things by Jen Lyons. This comes out in October. The first book is Ruin of Kings, which I have not yet read. So this is the sequel. I do plan on reading the first book, so that will determine if I do end up keeping this book, because if I don't like the first book or I DNF it or whatever, then this will be going as well. So that's why I kind of feel okay about bringing this book in, because I'm like, it's a sequel that I'll want if I really like the first book and will discard if I don't like the first book. There's no risk there. This is a new fantasy series that I've been hearing a lot of really good things about, adult fantasy series. So I've talked about the first book recently on my channel, so hopefully I'll be reading that first book soon so I can determine if I like the series. And lastly, we have this month's Owlcrate box. See? Barely anything this month. It's great. It's good for me. So I am an Owlcrate affiliate, which means that every month they send me a box to unbox for you guys, and they also have a coupon code that you can use, which I will link down below. You can get 8% off of your purchase of a box, and that's just for you guys. I don't receive any kind of financial compensation or sponsorship in that way from Owlcrate. And this month's theme is tournaments and trials. I couldn't tell from the art on here because it's a little like fairy bee race. I don't know what that's in reference to, but it's very cute. Ooh, first thing is an Owlcrate exclusive mug. I think this is the next mug in the like Harry Potter mug series that they're doing. These are my favorite mugs. These are some of the only mugs that I own. I very infrequently use mugs, but I keep these mugs because they're beautiful. So yeah, this is obviously a Goblet of Fire themed mug, so you have like the maze and some of the trials and things like that. So you have the dragons and the mermaids and the maze and even the graveyard at the end, so this always depicts a really pretty scene. I just love these. I love like the lip on them. Like I really like these mugs, guys, and they're microwave and dishwasher safe, I believe, which is important for adults. Let me have this little thing in an Owlcrate pouch. Oh, it's a puzzle. I have not had a puzzle in a very long time. I don't know where I set it up because I don't have a table. But this is a puzzle. Let's see what the puzzle is actually of. So, this is a night circus puzzle. Fuck. So now I have to find a place to set up. I do have like a small coffee table I don't really use as a coffee table. Because if it's pretty, I just decided that I would preserve it and put it up as like a photo, as like art. Now I'm excited, and I wasn't gonna keep the puzzle. I was like, I don't have anywhere to put a puzzle, and now it's a night circus, and I'm like, way to rope me back in, Owlcrate. Got this little lanyard, and this says bravery hides in amazing places, and there's little plants. There's little plants. Apparently it's inspired by the selection, which I didn't realize that the selection had plants, but have been loving plants lately. So this is like a whole thing that's really appealing to me right now, because I've been loving plants. I don't really use lanyards for things that frequently. but I might keep this because plants. Then we have this little pouch. It says, may the odds be ever in your favor. So obviously a little Hunger Games pouch. And there's this little game of the Essentosh. This is inspired by Gathering of Shadows by V.E. Schwab. So this is a game kind of inspired by the book, which is really cool. So it's a little deck of playing cards, which is always good to have around. And there's this little print that says, people see what they wish to see. And this is, okay, so this is the artwork for the puzzle. So this is what it's gonna look like. It's the Night Circus puzzle. Well, look who's putting this puzzle together and is gonna hang it on my wall. Me. Then we have this month's book, which is Spin the Dawn by Elizabeth Lim. I have seen this around. People have been describing this as Project Runway meets Mulan. So apparently the main character's father is a renowned tailor and he gets summoned and she goes in his place dressed as his son and has to enter this like magical sort of like sewing competition, and everything kind of goes from there. This cover is stunning. I've been seeing it everywhere and it's just beautiful. As with every month, there's a signed letter from the author, and then there's like some little art and stuff. And then we have this month's enamel pin that goes with it, because every month there is an enamel pin that goes with the story, and that one is super pretty. Then we have this month's little newsletter, which always shows like the differences between the Owlcrate exclusive covers and the original covers and things. And then this also has all of the playing cards from that deck that I was talking about, so that's really pretty. And then August theme is storms and seas, so hopefully that means pirates or mermaids. Next month is my birthday month, and I always want a good pirate or mermaid book, and I never get them. So if I did get a good pirate or mermaid book, I would consider it a gift specifically to me. And everybody in the August box will receive an exclusive item from Riddle's Tea Shop, which they always do really cute themed teas for different books and stuff, so I'm excited to see what we get in next month's box. So comment below, let me know if you've read any of these books and what you've thought of them. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye.